Welcome again to another video. It's your boy Eldorado, and as you can see, I have two Ssl Bus Compressor here. Now, a few weeks ago, Ssl, that's the native company that made this plugin over here, had a sale with their channel strip for $50. Initially, you'll have to pay around $25 to $30 per month to rent this plugin, or to buy them natively, it costs around $400 and something. So, however, tend to grab a sale, grab the plugin, voila. So, normally, it's not about comparison. Make sure outline that for now, but it is more like, how do they sound differently? I mean, hardware tend to have a sound, and it slightly change sound over time as it age. So, these two were modeled from two different units. I'm not certain which one of the Ssl were modeled on which. So, let me just go use them for the sake of this tutorial. However, mostly I'll focus on this plugin, how if it sounds any different from this plugin, in which a lot of people do not use this. They more like use the UAD and the Waves one. I hardly know people who really use this sort of plugin. It is being used, but people hardly use it, but me no. So, anyways, bypass this plugin, and we start with this one.
Hey, and a regular breath, and a regular breath.
So I'm going to set it 4 to 1.
And a regular breath.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And a regular breath, and a
Okay. Now I'm going to set the ratio to 4 to 1. Have it a fast release, in which I can put it on auto also, and I'm going to put it at 3 milliseconds and make up gain 0. Going to do the same thing for this. Fast release 3, start there, ratio 4 to 1, and put this here. However, these plugins tend to have the same control: attack, release, ratio, threshold, makeup, compressor in and out, side chain, as you can see, side chain. But this one has a mixed knob, in which that is good, easy to do parallel compression. But this one over here can do mid-side compression and left and right compression differently. So they have their perks in their own way. As you can see, with this one you cannot do mid-side processing, in which with this one you can do mid-side processing. So them kind of have something over the other, in which this one cannot do parallel compression, or it does not have a mix knob. So I think the grid here has to do with the harmonic content of this plugin. Anyways, moving on, let's play with the ratio, the threshold.
Hey, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah. And a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah. And a regular breath, and a regular breath. Me and the dogs them up and clean. Touch by me arm, on check my sleeve. White tees and my straight jeans. Air Force I beat with them gal on the back seat. We a live a life where them a dream. Cash rules everything, hustle the cream. Dollar bill, y'all, nothing not cheap. 10 mil for the crib, 5 for the Jeep. So me tell them. And a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah. And a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah. And a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah. And a regular breath, and a regular breath. Yo, get the banger up, 06459 Connecticut.
So what I hear so far is this compressor over here. It has, it kind of sounds like at the attack millisecond where it is very aggressive, and in a really transparent, or probably it's compressing too much, trying to match it a little bit. So I'm going to change the release time to 10 milliseconds, and I'm going to play it again.
Hey,
But this time I'm going to put the release on auto for both of them.
Hey, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath. Me and the dogs them up and clean. Touch by me arm, wanna check my sleeve.
Alright, so it have a similar behavior, but you know there's something a little bit different here. What we really want to check to, we change the ratio to 2 to 1.
Hey, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath. Me and the dogs them up and clean.
So I'm gonna add some makeup gain to about that.
Hey, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, hey, and a regular breath, and a regular breath, yeah, and a regular breath, and a regular breath.
Really like how them sound, almost sounding close, but you know they have mild sound differently. Well, with this compressor, it has a 1 to 5, almost no compression, and this one stops at, you know, originally it's a 2, 4, and 20, the ratio R, but you know, for well usage purpose or modern mixing, I think they add, as you can see, they add a lot of features to their plugin. So alright, moving on, we also use it on the instrumental to hear its sound on the instrumental, and bring up this one here, put it over here, kind of bus compression type of thing. Now this is soft compression, and I'm going to change attack time to 30 milliseconds, and I guess and put the release time on auto so far, and hear what it sounds like on the native SSL. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other compressor. I don't want when the kick hits, it goes over 4. As you can see, the release time is fairly long. So what I'm going to do is change the release time to its fastest, and hear how it sounds. Alright, on the instrumental, may I hear some major differences in which the native SSL it is a bit more aggressive, and I think the ceilings for these plugins are different. So I guess with certain amount of threshold, certain amount of threshold and given material, you know, they behave a little bit different from each other. Them probably behave different on vocals, but on buses like these, I guess it behave different. I have used this SSL native plugin quite a lot on a lot of mixes, especially, you know, you have some female vocals that I've been getting. They're extremely bright, and feel like compensate for that without using an EQ, you know, I always resort to a SSL bus compressor, you know, because oftentimes I really like to use stuff that are really transparent. And if I'm coloring, I do not want to color. You know, it depends on the type of material I'm working with. You know, probably might just run it through a certain compressor to give it a certain sound without actually compressing. So I really like how, you know, they behave different, but I like the tone I'm really I get from both of them. They have them pros and cons. Not going to say if it sounds like the real thing or not, because I haven't listened on SSL bus compressor that had like a hardware version of it anywhere. So I just can't speak from in the box. Them slightly sound different and then behave slightly differently. So what I'm going to do here now is bypass this too, and here with the vocals also. So for this first one, I'm going to set the attack type 30, release time at its fastest, 4:1 ratio. Now make up gain. I'm going to also leave everything as also probably side chain high pass filter thing like to about that. And for the other plugin now, probably might do this. Oh, this one have a higher sidechain high pass. So I'm just put it at 150. 4:1 ratio there. I'll put this at 0, and here it's sound. So I'm gonna put this one over here, kind of separate them a little.
And a regular brav, yeah. And a regular brav, and a regular brav. Me and the dogs them up and clean.
Okay, so that adds something a little bit pumping. So bypass this, play this.
And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah. And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah. And a regular brav.
So as I have noticed with this, when it passes this +10 thing, it tends to behave a little bit aggressive, you know, than this plugin. So I can bring this one to 7.7 dB, and this one, when it reach a little bit past +10, it start to behave aggressively.
And a regular brav, and a regular brav.
Oh, the attack time. Attack time.
And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah. And a regular brav.
Alright, so I'll play this.
And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to change it to 2:1 and hear how it sounds.
And a regular brav, and a regular
Behaves a little bit more aggressive.
and a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah.
Play here now. Ratio, yeah, 2:1.
And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah. And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah. And a regular brav, and a regular brav, yeah. And a regular.
Alright, so in situation like this, well, say if you put it on your stereo bus or 2 bus or whatever you might want to name it, at this stage, you know, you do very mild compression to glue everything together. So you don't want to be compressing hard to suck the life out of all of the material. You don't really want to do that. And then in a mastering, probably again, compression being used. So at this stage, you know, at quick little pro tip, you know, be mild or gentle with the compression at this stage. because you have a lot of compressors before that. It just depends on how you mix. Have to do with the amount. I use compressors a lot, but knowing the amount that I'm compressing, I know that it adds up over time. So I mix into plugins. So, we probably might mix a tad little different from how you might mix. But at this stage, being gentle and getting that sound for your mix, I really recommend these two plugins. Though them have subtle differences, them still sound good on any mix. Especially, I like to use this on instrumental in FL Studio, and I like to use this on my vocal bus, or probably the Waves one. It depends, because the Waves ones have a tad different sound like, so it just depends on the material that I'm using. It's just that the Waves one I like to use it and do parallel compression. So hope something interesting come out of this video for you. I hope you really like it, and I'll be doing more plugins that I use in my mixes and let you hear how them sound, so you can probably try it out on your material and hear how it sounds on your material. So without further ado, it's a boy Eldorado. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. Please do subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and select all notifications so you can get notified as soon as the videos are posted. If you don't, you won't. That's how YouTube works, and we can't really do nothing about it. So, peace out.